Hey everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to Mommy's Mojo. So today I'm going to review the pump that I chose for my breastfeeding journey. So I obviously went for the one that the insurance paid for because, you know, pumps are crazy expensive. So I chose the Medela, that's it. Pump. It's the InStyle one, so it kind of looks like a giant cube. It comes with your tubing, it comes with bottles, it comes with flanges, 2 different sizes, your connection component, as well as your membrane that goes inside of there to kind of help with the flow. It also comes with a power cord for the wall, as well as a power cord that you can put batteries into it to make it more portable for you. So what did I love about this pump? I think it's a super strong pump. I feel like I get a super duper uber ginormous amount of milk that comes out of me when I use this pump versus other pumps. As well as I like that the assembly is super easy. I don't like doing dishes. So it makes it super helpful that it's easy peasy to take these out. You pretty much only have to wash like 4 things, which is great. Also, you can steam them to be able to get them really sanitary and clean. So I super like that about them. As well as there's so much more accessories that are compatible with Medela that, you know, they're not compatible with other ones. So like you can literally change out the membranes, you can change out the flanges, you can change out bottles. So like if they only give you 2 bottles in your pump, so let's say you have milk in those and you got to pump again for whatever reason, or you're exclusively pumping so you need more bottles, you can actually put your Dr. Brown bottles, connect those to it, and they can be used for the milk that you pump, which is super helpful. It's also helpful too that if, you know, your baby's about to wake up and you're super engorged and you really need to get it out, pumping it right into the bottle so that way you can just pop on the nipple and give it to your baby right after is a super easy way to do it, that I like about it. Some cons that I didn't like about it was that when you try to use it as a single pump, so like if you just need to pump 1 boob, the stopper that goes into it to try to make it 1 boob is not very effective. Air escapes out of that thing and all of a sudden the suction goes down and you're like, what the hell is going on? And it's because the stopper is not sucking into it and air is escaping, which is causing the suction to slow down. So I found myself a lot of times sticking the tube back in there and putting my finger over the plug so that suction can go back, just because it's not doing anything because the stopper sucks. So that's one thing that I didn't like about it. Also, the flanges that come with it, I feel like they're really, really hard, and they're not really flexible. So when I put them on, there was either air escaping, it wasn't getting a really good suction, or it just hurt because it was just uncomfortable because they were super hard. So one thing though that is a positive is that Medela does sell flexible flanges. They're very inexpensive. You just get the one in your size and they're super, super more comfortable. It really has that section in there. It makes it just easier to use, I feel like, as well as it also makes the pumping more effective just because you got a better suction, so the pumping makes it so much easier, and you have more milk that comes out because you have a solid suction. So that's a pro and a con kind of thing. Also, they have these membranes that they're white that attach to this yellow piece, and I always found myself, every time I would clean them, I would always lose them. They would either be down in the garbage disposal, or I'd drop them on the floor and they're forever gone, or somehow they disappear out of the universe and I have no idea where they went. That was really annoying. So I had to find myself actually had to buy more membranes a lot sooner than you needed to actually change it up because I kept losing them. So I actually had a really good tip from my sister-in-law that she actually bought these off-market ones that are duckbills. So they don't have that separate membrane, so there's just 1 piece that you pop on there instead of 2, and it does the same job. It actually makes it a little bit more effective in my opinion. I feel like it actually makes the section a little bit better. I found them to be better than the ones that came with it, so I'll definitely put a link down below for these ones because I really felt that it made it a little bit better to have those instead of the ones that came with it. Overall, I love it. I just wish it was a little bit more portable. It's a little bit on the bulkier side, so if you needed to bring the pump somewhere, you're kind of bringing a whole other bag just for all your components and your pieces. But that's what the insurance paid for, and it's still a really good pump. Like I said, it gets the job done. I don't have any other complaints about it. I think it's a really great pump. I would recommend it to anybody as well. I've also tried another kind of like freestyle pump that you can walk around the house, and it's not as effective as the Medela one. I'm not sure if it's because, you know, it not being hooked onto the wall, it has a stronger, you know, strength to it because you're hooked on versus the battery power, but I definitely do feel the Mandala one has worked a lot better. I also use the Haakaa. So anytime that my little one is nursing on me and I feel like I am leaking or I need to get my letdown out just because I'm a little bit on the engorged side and I don't want him to freaking get a downpour of milk, I use the Haakaa. The Haakaa is really cool. So what you do is you kind of roll the end over, put it on your breast, and then pop it back in. And it kind of creates this suction. So it definitely lets your letdown start. I usually get about 1 ounce to 2 ounces. I've heard of moms getting 3 to 4 ounces out of it using that way. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't have that great of a suction versus using like maybe like a hand pump instead. But it definitely does the job, especially when I leak a lot, especially when he first latches on when it's first thing in the morning. I like to put in there because then you're losing ounces. If you really look at how much that Haakaa catches, you're losing about like 1 ounce to ½ ounce. If you really think about it. So instead of losing that, and you can use that milk for later on or use it towards your freezer stash, pop on that Haakaa, or if you're somewhere and you're feeling really engorged, you just need to have some kind of release, having that Haakaa, just because it's small enough that you can put it under your shirt and it's less noticeable, is really great. They also come with like a top that you can put on it to kind of keep it all secure so you can put it away in your bag. So I'll have the link down there for the Haakaa. They have different kinds of Haakaas. They have ones that are 4 ounces, 5 ounces, ones that have a lid and a stand. So definitely just looking at it and doing your research on which one that you prefer. I chose the one that just the lid and the 4 ounce one, just because I mainly used it in the morning, was super helpful to me, and I really like that one. So definitely try out that Haakaa. It will change your world. My sister-in-law referred me to it, and I literally use it every day. So I definitely love it, and I recommend it to any mom as well. I also do have a hand pump as well aside from the Haakaa. I know some people can, the Haakaa is technically a pump, but sometimes I feel like I just need a little bit more oomph to it. So I do have a handheld pump. It's the Mandala one that I use just because I have all the other components and the pieces to it, so it makes it a little bit easier to be more versatile on what I already have. I keep that one in my diaper bag just because if I go to my mother-in-law's house or I go somewhere that I really need to pump, having the handheld one is just super simple to have. They're inexpensive. You can get a handheld pump for no more than $30. So you can find them inexpensive. You can get them at Target, on Amazon, anywhere. I definitely recommend having all three. I know that seems like a lot, but for me, I'm like super extra person. I have the Haakaa on my bed. I have the pump, you know, in my room, so that way if I need to pump in the middle of the night, just because we do give him a bottle at night, also make sure that he really does eat really well, as well as we supplement with 1 ounce of formula because he's a big boy and he eats a lot. So that we noticed that helps him sleep longer. So I do have the pump in my room for when I really need to have that relief in the middle of the night. And then I have my handheld pump inside of my diaper bag. So that's all that I use when it comes to my pumps. Those are the pumps that I recommend to moms. I think Mandala is a really great brand, as well as Haakaa. I know there's other really great brands out there, but those are the ones that I have tried, and those are the ones that I love. So if you would like to know more, ask me any questions down below. I'll definitely put a link down there for the handheld one, for the Haakaa, the flanges that I have, as well as the duckbill connections for my pump. So that way if you wanted to try any one of those things, that's down there for you. Alright, you guys, so that's our video for today. If you went ahead and loved that video, go ahead and slap that like button for me. Also, I would love to hear from you guys on what hacks that you have for your pumps, what changes that you made, or what pumps that you use. Definitely throw that down in the comments below, as well as comment on my Instagram and my Facebook page. I would love to hear from you guys on what you guys do. Also, we release videos every Wednesday and Friday, so if you want to see more content to come, definitely hit that subscribe button and that bell button. Alright, you guys, we'll see you next time. Besitos!